What's up, guys? It's Jacob and Michael. And so, in the last video, we talked about what was going on in our business between March of 2020 to about May, the end of May of 2020, and what kind of happened because that's when COVID started flaring up, and that's when the country went on lockdown. And so, our business basically went not to a screeching halt, but to an immediate halt. Like it went within a matter of 4 days, all of our clients, all of their businesses were shut down. So we weren't able to service them because obviously it doesn't make sense to run ads for business if they're not even open. They're not able to service people or acquire new clients. So our business came to a stop between that time period. And we talked about that and how we kind of made mistakes during that time period and what we could have done differently, or what we at least thought we could have done differently, even though it was just a very, very odd situation. It was not a typical situation. It's not anything anyone could have planned for. So the way we responded wasn't great, but we learned a lot from it, that's for sure. And it enabled us to really learn and set ourselves up to kind of take a step back and reevaluate the way our business was structured, which was something we weren't able to do because it was so busy previously. And we just grew really quick in a short period of time. And we're just beginners. So it gave us the opportunity to really reevaluate things, I think, which was great. So in this video, we're going to talk about basically what happened once gyms started reopening, because it's not like we lost all of our clients. We did lose some clients, but a lot of our clients just went on pause or freeze. And then once their gym was able to reopen, or they felt comfortable, or they wanted to start advertising again, they basically started advertising with them again. So it was a slow progression because obviously all the states started reopening, and they all reopened at different times. Some did at the same time, but the majority, they're all on their own terms with the governor. So it was just kind of a slow rebuilding where our clients came back to us and we started working with them again. But we realized Michael and I were so focused on trying to get our clients great results. Like that was the one thing we focused on that entire period from, like August of 2019 up until COVID happened. We just spent the entire time focusing on how to get better results and trying to get better results to make the service good. And so we got really good at marketing for our clients. We got really good at trying out different offers and really kind of seeing how our clients did with those offers, and what clients, what offer worked best with the majority of clients, what offers worked great to generate leads, but didn't necessarily work great on the back end with all our clients. So we really learned a whole bunch of stuff, and also learned how to effectively follow up with the leads and get them to actually show up. So we were learning a whole lot, and that's really what we focused on, which was great because we really developed that skill. But we realized that there was a big gap in between what we were doing. We knew we could be getting our clients better results. And so we had a lot of clients that be coming to us and say, I want to cancel because this doesn't work. And we knew in our hearts that we had tried our best, and it was really frustrating because that's really fun to me, is when you get someone great results. And that's just as much fun as signing up a new client, when someone genuinely appreciates what you've done for them and they really feel as though it's a game changer. They feel that it's altered their business in a way they never could have imagined it would. And so we had a lot of clients that would come to us and basically say, your service isn't working. And we knew that it was that they just didn't know how. Either, number one, they weren't doing what we were telling them to do to try and get the leads to show up. So leads wouldn't be showing up. And then number two, that they were getting them to show up, they weren't able to sell them. And so we knew that we had two big problems right there that we wanted to try and solve. And the first one, we really didn't know what we were going to do to solve it, but a solution arise kind of, when did we first hear about it? Well, we knew about it, but we didn't know it was going to be something we'd be able to use as a proprietary software that we'd actually be able to get our hands on.
We heard about it during COVID, probably April.
Right. Okay, that was in April?
Probably April or May. Maybe not.
It was when we first went to check out the Jaguar. When we went to Tennessee.
July then?
Yeah. because I remember when my pee was a weird color,
Yeah.
and we went because I remember I went to the doctor and we were talking to Rob when I was at the doctor.
Okay.
So, bottom line, the first problem was trying to get the leads to show up, and we now have a solution for that, which is Alan. It's a software that nurtures our leads. It's an artificial intelligence that nurtures the leads we generate for our clients up until they walk through the door. So it does it for about 60 days, and it's extremely effective. It's very powerful, and it's allowed us to change from a retainer model where you charge clients a set amount every single month for the service, for the marketing service, to a performance model where we charge our clients based off the amount of people that we get to show up through Alan, the lead nurturing software. So it nurtures the leads and attempts to get them to show up. And every time it gets someone to show up, we get paid. So that's the model we use now. It's a performance model backed by Alan, the software that we get to use. And so that was the first thing. Alan has probably, I would say, almost 1.5 to 2x the show rate. Depending on, there's some variables where we have to have our clients do specific things as far as open up their availability, and if they can have double bookings, we can really get them a great show rate. But bottom line, Alan did solve that problem pretty well and has solved that problem and continues to. So the show rate for our clients has definitely gone up. Sometimes it's not great, but it's definitely gone up. So that's a big thing because a lot of our clients previously were complaining about that. And now obviously we only make money if we get people to show up. So it's in our best interest to figure out how exactly to do that. And when people show up, our clients have opportunities, right? So our best interest is truly in the best interest of our client, because we need to get people to show up. That's the only way we make money. And if people show up, then they're going to have way more opportunities. And that's our focus. So that solved that first problem. And the second problem was our clients not being able to sell the leads that we brought them. So we would run a challenge, a 21-day or 6-week challenge, which is a training specific offer. The goal with this offer is to try and get training clients and then try and convert them into long-term training clients. So that is the main goal with that offer. And we had a difficult time with our clients just converting the prospects that we're bringing them. We get them a ton of leads, ton of appointments, ton of people showing up, but they just wouldn't close them. So it was a huge problem. And we knew that, well, we had a couple of clients that really did well with the 6-week challenge. And they did a very good job at closing the prospects that we brought them. And not only did they close them, but they closed them for a ton of money. Like $599 at the point of sale. So when a prospect would come in for the 6-week challenge, they'd somehow sell them and collect almost $600. And then one of our clients in particular would even convert them also at the point of sale into a 12-month PT agreement, a group training agreement at like $49 a week for 52 weeks, which is significant. So we had clients that did horrible with it, and we had clients that had a ton of success with it. And we constantly were knocking around the idea of, gosh, if we could have that, number one, it would set us apart, and number two, it would solve that major problem, which is the most important thing, is getting our clients great results. If your clients don't know how to sell the leads you're bringing them, they're not going to get great results. So ultimately, Michael and I were like, all right, we're sick of complaining about our clients saying you're not working, you're not getting good results. We're going to take charge and basically say it's our fault and accept that it's our fault because we don't have a solution to provide them with. So we decided that we weren't going to learn the process because we actually thought about buying a gym. Then I think that was probably a great thing that we didn't, but we considered it. And what we decided was, look, we don't necessarily want to go into a gym and learn this process, the sales process, but we've got a couple clients who are doing a great job. And why don't we see if we can maybe partner up with them or bring them on board, and we could really have a killer business that could really compete with some of the best marketing agencies out there for gyms. Because if we have someone that's a specialist in the gym as far as sales is concerned, and also understands the business model because they've done it and they've done well with it, that will be such an asset, such a value add that we can provide our clients with, just building out stuff around that. So that's what we ended up doing. We ended up partnering up with one of our clients, and they're gym owners. And now we have a new business on top of our original business, which is called Gym Members Now Unlimited. And it shows our clients how to sell the leads that we bring them. So that's what TJ and Kurt, our new business partners, do, is they sell the clients and they show them the sales process behind converting the leads that we bring them, the appointments that we get to show up to them. And we're getting our clients amazing results. It's working out very, very good, which is exciting and good. We're about 3 months in now at this point. 3 months and some change, right? 13 weeks. And we're having decent amount of success. Definitely wish we were having more success, but we're definitely having success, a good amount of success. I think most people will be happy with where we're at, but we're not. We'd like to go a lot farther, but that's just how we are. So it's definitely been a big learning experience. I think there's a lot we could talk about, in this, because I was even thinking about, like, we were about to partner up with Ryan Murphy, and
yeah, there was some stuff that, that
I just didn't want to go off on a tangent, because there's so much. But I just felt like maybe we could talk about that in one video, choosing a business partner, what not to do.
Yeah, no, that's a good topic. There's still some stuff that you left out that.
Okay, well, then you go ahead and fill it in.
Yeah, so you got really everything. The only other stuff that I would really say is this time frame from May to now is for me, and I would say for you too, is the most that I've learned with business. I would say from May to where we are in December. And on actually how to run a business and how you need other people to help you out and all that good stuff.
Just seeing things differently.
As far as May is concerned, June is concerned, we started to get VAs on board to handle some tasks that we did in-house and started to build out kind of a little team, that actually handles day-to-day tasks and operations. And we kind of build out a foundation for that. We have a lot of systems in place now that help us out, save us a lot of time, and really let us focus on the really important thing, which is getting more clients. And then obviously our clients' results, just because we get paid from that too. So it's really freed up our time a lot to just really focus on that and get better at that. And another thing that we've been learning a little bit on too is how to get clients. So how to get people in your pipeline, not through just referrals, but cold email and Facebook ads for your business and, the whole 9 yards. And we're learning a lot organically as well, how to really bring in people that are interested in your business and kind of create, I would say, like a small following. I don't know. There's a kind of numerous ways you can say it, but we're learning that there's a lot of ways to actually build up your audience or people that want to buy your service. And ultimately, that's the name of the game, is getting people in your business so you can help them. And I would say we've learned a shit ton. From June to now, more than we did when we started till that time frame on that stuff,
Yeah, because we really didn't do any acquisition. We weren't focusing on that at all because we just had tons of referrals. So I was just doing sales calls with people that were highly qualified, that had already spoken with people who were using the service. So, it was a unique situation, and we were really lucky to have that opportunity. But
this second time around, we had like one referral. So
we've had a couple. We've definitely had a decent amount.
We got 3 gyms from one owner that already owned, but I don't know any other people that, maybe one referral, Art Gilfus. I think he was the only referral.
I think we got a couple of them, man. We just don't really even know about. Yeah, because it's like, well, what do you? It's not even really what we're talking about.
But the majority of the people, I would say, like
they had spoken with
80% of the people
working with. Yeah,
Yeah.
they'd spoken with someone that we were working with, so they were able to talk with somebody who was probably getting good results and was happy. So yeah, up until recently, we hadn't done any of that, so we haven't learned anything like that.
And
So
I mean, that's like, to be honest, that's the most, like, it is so hard to do. Like, it's hard as shit to do that. Like, even
yeah,
if you have experience, like, I would say we're a pretty established agency, and it's like, it's a struggle for us to get people on the phone. Like, it really is. I mean, we spend a lot of our time on it, and we still struggle with it. Like, we really do. But we've learned a lot, and I mean, it's tough. At the end of the day, it's really hard.
difficult. Yeah,
Anyway,
it's difficult. It's going to take us a while to learn, but it's just a matter of constantly or consistently doing it and just having someone that's very good at it that you're able to ask questions and model after and just really try and learn. Because
yeah,
that's really what it is. It's just all a big learning experience.
yeah, 100%. But I would say this time frame has been, it's just been really, it's been I would say this has been my most enjoyable, and I've learned the most during this time frame than all the other stuff I did before, just because it's been just a great experience. Like, it really has been, there's just been a lot of stuff we've learned. Like, we've learned how to really systemize, like how to delegate certain tasks so you don't have to worry about them and they still get done in a timely manner. And, if you lose someone, you have kind of a process for them to go through to learn what they need to do if you're going to hire someone new. And then, I mean, we're learning how to get people in our pipeline, which is really big. It's not like we don't know how to do it. It's just like we're not amazing at it right now. There's a lot to learn.
Focus.
Yeah, it's like
we're trying to get very,
it's our biggest focus, I would say, 100%. I mean, it is our biggest focus because it's seriously it's a weekly battle. Like, it's a game at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like, oh, it's Sunday night. We don't have anyone on the calendar. How the fuck are we going to get people on the phone this week? Well, we got to figure that out because if we don't, we're not going to grow our business. And then also on the other end, it's like, we got to worry about our clients' results because if we don't have any people on their calendar, then we're not going to get paid either because we're based on performance. So it's seriously like it's a game for both sides. It's just a constant battle. Like, nothing's guaranteed every week, ever.
Yeah, we've come a long way, but stuff is still
we've come a long
mess.
Yeah.
Stuff is still a fucking mess.
Yeah, stuff is still a mess. And that's just a game of it. I mean, that's just what happens. It's just
we're just trying to organize it and trying to, you know what I mean? And when I say it's a mess, I don't mean like it's a mess, but it's just we have 4 business partners and there should be we're just not even clear on what everyone's doing, really. It's not very clear.
It's not clear at all. And we are actually going into other lanes to get things done because we know if we don't go in those lanes, they're most likely not going to get done. So it's just it's just fucked up. Like, we should be a lot farther than we are. We've made some good success, like you said, but that's just how we are. We always want more, and that's how we always will be. If we get to our goal, if we hit our goal, we'll still want more. That's just how you got to be when you run a business. You got to want more. You can't just be comfortable with where you're at.
You can't get satisfied.
Yeah, that's just kind of like you said. I mean, it's kind of a little mess right now, trying to figure it out. So
yeah,
it's a good experience though.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it's not like all sunshine and rainbows or anything.
Yeah, it's not like, we're making good money and there's no problems like there's problems every single day, no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter if you don't have anything on your calendar, there's something that's wrong or that you should be getting fixed, no matter what, like in every aspect of the business.
But it's a really exciting time for us too, just because, well, number one, hopefully COVID is slowing down. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's another thing. We're trying to grow a business during COVID, and we're working with a brick and mortar facility. So put that in perspective as well. Also, our clientele, 40% of our niche has closed down from this pandemic. So our audience has decreased almost half.
Yeah. So we're working in a business. Our target market is shrinking. The business is shrinking.
By
So
the day.
that's a big red flag. If that's your target market, you don't want to go after a failing business model.
No.
You know, you don't necessarily. That's not a smart business play. If those businesses are going out of business, even if those businesses aren't going out of business, if just new ones aren't being opened up, that's a problem. You want to go into one where it's a growing market,
Yeah.
right? Where it's ideally like exponentially growing, where something is really going on in this market and people are going into business for whatever, they're opening up this new business model, or people are just starting this new business model like crazy. And for us, people are not starting this new business model. People are, filing bankruptcy and getting out of this business model. And
Yeah.
so it's a weird situation for us, but it's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse at all. It's just not easy. It's the bottom line.
And it's never gonna be, that's
Never easy. No matter what niche you're in or whatever you decide to do, it's never easy. You always have to figure shit out. It's never like
I'm super optimistic about
I am too.
Like I just feel I have this awesome feeling like I did when I remember when we got it was probably August, like 2 August ago, I remember, I went to Kroger one time. I was hanging out with Mason Smith, and I was driving back. I was like, dude, we're gonna like explode. We're gonna get so many clients.
Yeah.
Because I just knew we would. I knew we would, and we only had we didn't really have many clients.
No.
At all. But I was just so sure, and I just had this great feeling. I was like, we're gonna get so many clients, and I have that same exact feeling, like 100%, just because like COVID is gonna ramp down. Like that's gonna go away eventually. It's a new year. The gym business, a lot of gym owners are kind of shy when it comes to advertising around the holidays, around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Just for whatever reason, that's just how it is. That's how this market is. And so they're kind of anti-spending money. The majority is anti-spending money during this time in marketing. So once the new year happens, which is going to happen after the end of this month, I think that's really exciting stuff. And then obviously we have a unique opportunity going on for us right now. That's allowing us to sign up clients a lot easier. We kind of changed our sales process a little bit, which is enabling us to close clients at a much higher rate, which is super exciting. So 100%. I made it my goal to sign up 100 clients on my own. That's kind of my goal in my head, because I think I honestly have the ability to do it. I think I could seriously make that happen. On my own,
Yeah.
I think I could seriously do that just with what we've done over the last, 2 years. So I think if we work hard enough and we do a good job, and say the right things and talk to the right people and put in the effort, I think we could grow really quick and be in a really cool position to really start getting serious, kind of get to that next level of serious.
I agree. I think but to kind of what I was saying, what you were saying too is the future is bright, very optimistic. But that's just part of business as well. It's like we're talking about, it's never just like this. You go through peaks and valleys, and when you're not having a lot of success, just right around the corner, there's going to be this crazy growth. This popcorn's going to start popping, and you're going to start getting clients. You're going to start seeing results, and it might take a little bit of time, and you might have that downturn for a little bit. But if you just keep staying consistent and disciplined and keep going day after day, you're bound to have a win, and those wins are just going to keep compounding and compounding and compounding, and you're just going to explode. So that's the name of the game.
Entrepreneurship is like a roller coaster. You don't really know where it's going to go sometimes. That's just how it is. It's crazy. It's a crazy ride. Yeah. Wild. But it's really cool. It's all a learning experience. Yeah, because we went with COVID and everything, we went from making money to literally making no money. And then we were able to reevaluate things and look at how we could restructure stuff. We started doing that, And I mean, it just started having more success, and not just like a money sense, but in like an enjoyment sense. So not just in terms of how many clients we were getting, but also in terms of how we were feeling about what we were doing. You know, are we enjoying what we're doing? Are we happy on a daily basis? You know, are we actually enjoying ourselves and feeling fulfilled? And I think it definitely felt way more. I mean, I can honestly say that.
But
But
like this period.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Alex Becker also talks about, this guy Alex Becker, he's a pretty popular digital marketer. He's got a big YouTube following, successful guy. I remember he would say when he was getting started, he would talk about how he was so focused on making more money each month, you know, getting more clients each month. So if he didn't get more clients the month, let's say he made $100,000 one month and then he made $70,000 the next because he lost some clients. He, you know, that's how he gauged his success. It was all based off that. And he was like, that's not necessarily a smart thing to do. He basically said that's like a rookie mistake, just because if you're making more money every single month, but you know something's about to break or you know there's a problem, it's going to get exploited. You know, you're going to run into that problem and it's going to occur and probably result in you taking a couple steps back.
That's
what he also said was that you need to take sometimes 2 steps back where you do make less money that month. You let a couple of clients go because you know it's just not a good fit. It's taking up too much of your time. It's a waste of time, and you know that they're just not serious. Sometimes it is worth taking 2 steps back so that you can really take fucking 10 steps forward. You know, you take a month and a half, 2 months going down, but then those next 3 months, you've really restructured things. You're doing things differently. You're testing new stuff. You're not staying stagnant. You're not just comfortable. You're really trying to learn and test and just get better at what you're doing and really kind of go to that next level. So I think that's important too, because when COVID happened and everything, like we talked about, we made some mistakes and we could have done things differently, but we definitely took a couple steps back. Not that we decided to do that, but it was just a card we were dealt. And I definitely would say we've taken steps forward.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, that's where it goes hand in hand. Like, you got to make sure your operation, like, you just got to make sure you're operationally sound. Like, if you can take on 100 new clients, like, you better make sure you can fulfill that. Because if you can't, then your business is going to be fucked. So that's why there needs to be a fine line between growing and fulfilling operationally. Because if you don't have a fine line, then you're going to screw yourself, or you're going to work 20-hour days and hate your life.
Yeah.
But you just got to have a fine line operationally.
Yeah.
That's why it's just important, you know. I mean, we learned that. Like Alex even says, he goes to Layla before he wants to do something because at the end of the day, she has a final say. Because if it doesn't make sense operationally, then it's not going to make sense for him to start implementing it.
Yeah. Right. If it's going to cause too many problems.
It's just going to cause too many problems, and it's going to screw him.
Yeah. But I think we were able to do things differently and do things a lot better than we originally did. I remember when when we kind of started realizing what we were doing, it was kind of like, that was like round one, or, you know, like that was kind of our first phase of entrepreneurship. And now this is like our second phase or second chapter, where we really have the opportunity to look back on what we did and rewrite things, do things differently.
Just be better business owners. It's just really,
just be better business owners. Exactly.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
So I think it's been awesome. And like I said, it's not, you know, it's not like I'm happy or anything. I'm not mad, but I'm not like satisfied with where we're at all, you know.
No.
But I think there's a lot of exciting things that are going to be happening soon. If we do the right things.
Yep. I agree. I would say that's all I have. I mean, definitely a huge, big part, a lot of stuff in that time frame from May to now, and I would say it's the most beneficial time frame to learn and just grow and really kind of figure things out and structure it and all that good stuff. So,
All right. Well, I think that's it.
yeah. See you guys.
All right. Later.